Now back to Inside Real Estate. Here's Mike the Realtor.
Howdy-ho, folks. We are back. Mike Kruizinga here, your host. InsideRealEstateRadio.com is the website. InsideRealEstateRadio.com is the website. You want to talk to us, 888-787-KLIF. We're going to do a little bit of insurance talk with our good friend over at Goosehead Insurance, Richard Tonihka. And, of course, his website, richardtagency.com, richardtagency.com. Hello, Richard.
I don't know about friends. Very good acquaintances, maybe. A little line from the Lorax, because that's all I watch are kids' movies. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you about some myths today concerning your home and your auto insurance. First thing is that you have to have the same carrier to get an auto and home bundle. That's not true. The way we do things, we're going to shop you with over 25 different carriers for your home insurance. And then if for some reason that the home insurance is giving you a great rate, but their auto insurance isn't going to give you a great rate, then we look at the other carriers that we have for your auto insurance. And that's how we bundle you together. You do not have to have the same carrier for your auto and your home. That's not true with Farmers, Allstate, all the big box guys that it's one policy and it's their home and their auto. If you don't bundle it, you don't get the auto home. But with me, you're able to do that even though they're not the same carriers. Because I do have some home carriers that don't even offer auto insurance. All they do is specialize in home insurance. And that's how they're able to offer you better rates, because they narrowed their focus down into, we want this kind of customer, we want this kind of house, and this is all we're offering it for. And they give great rates for their target customers. Otherwise, it's really apparent early on which carriers are going to be the best options for each individual. But we still shop everybody for everybody.
And the truth is that, you know, you may be better off with one company with auto and another company with home. You see it quite a bit. Absolutely.
And most, well, I'd say about half of my customers have different auto carriers than home carriers. It's just something that happens, and that's fine. It's whatever's the best option for you is what I'm going to do, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to make sure that you have the best policy at the best price. And it doesn't matter what carrier. If it's carrier A, B, or C this year, fantastic. If it's company D, E, and F next year, fantastic. We move you to one of those. So you can get that auto home discount without having the same carrier. Second thing is, if you're paying more, you're getting better coverage. There is nothing further from the truth. Especially on your home policy, you're looking at a myriad of different things, but there are certain carriers out there. I'm not going to name any names, but they're usually about 50 to 60% higher than everyone else, just on name recognition. And people pay it every day. And to me, it just baffles my mind. But just because you're paying more doesn't mean you're getting more.
Right. And there's a lot of companies out there that are membership based, and they do happen to be a lot of the higher charging companies as well.
Yeah, not even that. On top of that, they also give you a higher deductible. So with all the carriers, I look at two things really when I'm looking at a house. I'm trying to make sure that your deductible is 1% for your wind and hail. And then I'm also looking at your water coverage, and which brings me to my next myth. All water coverage is the same. That is not even close. There are 4 different types of water coverage. There's sudden and accidental, which everybody knows is pipe burst, your dishwasher, the hose explodes and you've got water all over the place. Something like that. That's sudden and accidental. You've got water backup, which is from the sewer, so sewage is coming back into your house. That is only offered as an endorsement. It isn't automatically put on the policy for most policies. So it's going to be a bad day to begin with.
Yeah.
It's going to be even worse when you find out that you're not covered.
And people think that it is just part of it.
Yes,
you know?
And it isn't.
Yeah.
Then you've got water foundation. So your foundation is constantly moving in this area. And if one of the pipes bursts and it's caused by that wouldn't be covered under sudden and accidental. You're going to have water foundation coverage. And so there's going to be a big expense for that. And then the last one is slow leak and leakage. That is when you've got like a hairpin in your pipe, and there's just damage upon damage being gone or being done to your house because you have no idea. And it's gently just deteriorating the whole wall, and then you don't find out until the whole thing's gone. But a lot of carriers are going to say, no, that's not covered because it was slow leak, and they can tell how long that leak has been in the wall and just deny that claim because of those things. And so making sure that you know what the limitations are, or if you don't want the limitations, because I'd say 80% of carriers out there do not offer the slow leak. Or if they do offer it, you have to have it at the very beginning when you first sign the policy, or else you can't add it afterwards. Because once you find something like that, it is going to be a big ticket claim. And
yeah, because it's going to be hidden and you have no idea how long until it finally, rears its head.
Yes. And so you're looking at not only doing the plumbing, but replacing rooms or whole sections of a house. Right. And so those are things that some of the myths. One is that your auto insurance only covers you if you're in an accident and it's not your fault, or if it is your fault, because there are all the different coverages, whether the other person has insurance or not. Make sure that you have uninsured motorists on your auto insurance, because if somebody hits you and they don't have insurance, which, let's face it, not everyone out there is driving around with auto insurance. But if they hit you and they don't have insurance, and all you have is your liability and then comprehensive and collision, it matters where something is paid out of, because if it's paid out of comprehensive or collision, that comes back as your fault, especially collision. Whether they had insurance or not, but in order to get your car fixed, you're going to have to go through your insurance. If you only have collision, that shows up as your fault. So uninsured motorists, it matters where things are paid out of as to how they see it on the clue report. And the clue report shows that you've had this many claims. This is the determination, or what it was paid out of, and what it was paid out kind of determines how long it stays on your record. Something that's comprehensive only stays, or accidents and comprehensive claims stay on your record for 3 years. Absolutely not true. Every carrier is a little bit different, but normally whether it's an at-fault accident or a not at-fault accident, is going to stay on your record for 5 years. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's there for 5 years. If a tree falls on your car, or you have hail damage or something like that, that's usually 3 years. But it's going to vary from carrier to carrier. And then red cars are more expensive to insure. And we've all heard that. I grew up hearing that, and I was just like, no, it's not true. It's the person that wants the shiny red car usually has more tickets. Is the car's more expensive? Yes,
got the big engine.
Sports cars are usually a little bit more expensive, depending on the driver. It's really your driving history and the
red cars.
It's just the fact that the cops love seeing red cars, and you're probably going to have more tickets because of that.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's just easy to see.
Yeah, because I can't tell you any customer's color of their car unless they bring it into to my office. Other than that, I never see the color or anything else. Your auto insurance is going to pay for stuff that are stolen out of your car. That's not true. That comes back to your renter's or your homeowner's insurance. And so you're looking at your deductible. So before you put in a claim, let's say you've got an iPad that's on your back seat, which please hide your stuff when you're going in somewhere, but that's a whole different story. So somebody breaks into your car, steals an iPad out of the back of your car. It's not worth putting in a claim. I know it would make me mad, but any kind of lost personal items comes off of your renter's insurance and or your homeowner's insurance. So you're looking at that deductible. Usually on your renter's insurance, you're looking at $500. So my rule of thumb is always, it's got to be double my deductible before I put in a claim, because if it's not, it's really not worth it to me, because my rates are going to go up. And then when you're also looking at a theft claim, you're also looking at, no one is going to touch your policy for about 2 or 3 years. So a theft claim better be worth it to you.
Because you're going to be stuck with that provider for a while.
Yes, because once it happens, it's more than likely going to happen again. But anything that is stolen or lost out of your car is from your homeowner's insurance. And your homeowner's insurance takes 10%. So if you have your personal property or with your homeowners is at $100,000, or let's say your homeowners or your renter's insurance has personal property at $100,000. No matter where you are, 10% of that is personal property wherever you go. So if you go on a trip, you've got $10,000 worth of coverage for your personal belongings that you're taking on your trip. So let's say you've got all this video equipment or whatever electronics with you on one of your trips, and somebody steals your whole luggage and there's $10,000. Yes, put that claim in. It's worth it. That's what I would do.
Yeah, absolutely. But if it's too close, don't do it. Your rates are going to go up. You're going to be stuck. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And folks, trust me, Richard's got so many options for you with all the different carriers that he works with. I want you to go to his website and give him a call and just take a look over all of your policies. He takes care of toys, life, home, auto, everything. RichardTAgency.com is his website. RichardTAgency.com is his website. Good stuff again, as always, Richard. Thank you so much. Hey, folks, we're going to take a short break. We'll see you on the other side.